You spend months preparing for the Chinese market. You localize your messaging, translate your entire website, and hit publish. But instead of the massive sales surge you projected, your analytics dashboard goes completely dark. When faced with absolute silence, executives often assume the Chinese consumer simply had no interest in the product. The reality is much simpler. Most foreign websites stall or fail on China's local network before the first page can even load. Attempting to use a standard Western URL for this market ensures structural failure the moment that data tries to cross the digital border. To understand why perfectly good brands disappear upon arrival, we need to perform a technical autopsy on how data physically travels. The first invisible barrier is the physical network infrastructure stall. Data packets entering from foreign servers hit a red wall, causing massive delays. Standard PDFs break entirely on mobile networks. Inside mainland China, data flows effortlessly. Achieving this speed requires mainland hosting and an ICP registration, pre-verified foundations VjQ provides, bypassing months of paperwork. Without these localized servers and licenses, a brand's digital front door remains effectively locked to the local population. Even if a page manages to load, it must then survive China's strict advertising laws. Compliance is heavily enforced by automated scans. A single mistranslated phrase or cultural misstep can trigger a permanent account suspension. Beyond regulation, there is a fundamental mismatch between Western web browsers and Chinese consumer behavior. Once the traditional URL bar dissolves, it is replaced by an ecosystem where buyers live almost exclusively inside closed super apps like WeChat, Douyin, and Baidu. Successfully reaching these buyers requires building within these apps, as the foundational architecture of the open web is rarely used for discovery there. Specialized digital gateways like VjQj are designed to bridge these specific architectural gaps. The process requires zero coding. A brand simply uploads its existing assets and product catalogs in its native language. Raw text passes through an AI translation layer and is immediately screened against Chinese advertising compliance laws. This approved data instantly renders into a legally hosted, ICP-registered native mini app. The entire build takes 15 minutes. Brands receive live QR codes that can be placed on trade show materials or business cards, giving Chinese buyers immediate native access to the brand. By utilizing pre-verified hosting and automated compliance reviews, the platform replaces what was once a months-long legal operation with a 15-minute digital deployment. Successful market entry in the current landscape is an ecosystem adaptation task. A decade ago, only masses corporations could afford the dedicated local agencies and infrastructure needed to establish a presence. Today, those same tools are accessible to brands of any size. These gateways also provide live dashboards and buyer inquiry tracking, providing data that previously required a physical team on the ground to collect. This approach eliminates the need for expensive local retainers and the risks associated with manual regulatory guesswork. The digital border is no longer an insurmountable wall for foreign brands, but a software gateway ready for deployment.